Wheeler with a $5 super chat says, "Hi, Cash, had DIY. What's your thoughts on the Mack truck 2016 to 2018?
Oh, I just so happen to have bought a 2015 CXU 613 with the MP8 motor and the M-drive 12-speed transmission. And I purchased it to a guy. And at this point, I'm wishing I would have kept it for myself. We love that truck. It is doing phenomenal. The fuel mileage it's good. It's not what you're getting, obviously, but he loves that truck. I don't think I could pry him out of it with a crowbar. And I just, the little I drove it, test driving it and driving it home, I really liked it. I had never driven a clutchless automatic before. Didn't think I would like it, but it's natural. It just feels natural. And he says it's real easy, backing into docks and stuff. It's not like some of these guys you hear where they got to get the RPM screaming, and to back up to move a thing. It does what it's supposed to do. No emissions problems so far. It's got this one in particular had a electric APU on it. What's that called? Idle free APU. There you go. Had to put new batteries in that and get that working, but he's very happy with it. And I tell you what, when it comes time, if Big Orange here ever needs to go to the scrapyard, I'll probably be looking at something like that for myself. And the prices on those things are great. Bought it with just over 400,000 miles on it for $38,000, which is pretty doggone reasonable. So I got the entire maintenance history on it. It was just mileage-wise, it would have still been under warranty, but it was timed out because it was just over the 5 years. So really liking it and interested to see how it goes. A little heavier than this truck, about 1,000 pounds heavier than my Columbia. He can scale 44,000 pounds on a reefer full of fuel, so that's respectable. It's got 120-gallon tanks on it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And also, I think the Mack Anthem is the sexiest truck on the road. That's just my opinion. But take it for what it's worth.
Have you seen the Volvo VNR?
No, what's that? Which one?
It's the 13-liter Freightliner with that little flat, stubby front on it.
Yeah.
Volvo makes one of those. It's called the VNR. Got a short little nose on it. I seen one yesterday when I was getting loaded up there in Minnesota. Guy had one. It's the new style Volvo, just really, really stub-nosed.
That MP8 is basically a 13-liter. Man, that thing is a beast to pull in. And it's got an engine brake and a transmission brake. And that thing, if you're going down a hill with a load on and you put that transmission, it's like a transmission retarder type. I don't know what their word for it is. He's read the owner's manual, not me. But he says if you're cresting a mountain, put the engine brake on and that transmission restrictor, no matter just about what, he hasn't come to a hill yet where you even have to touch the brakes on the way down that hill. He says half the time you'll be getting towards the bottom of the hill, you'll be going slower than when you started. I'm like, that's impressive. Yeah. That's impressive right there. But it's got one hell of a braking system on it as far as that goes. I'm thinking that'd save a lot of brake pads,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to hear. So you would be a fan of that then?
I like them. I've always been intrigued by them and never had one, never driven one. Then I was looking for a truck and I saw that one. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to pull the trigger because I don't want a Cummins. They've been around a long time, but their fuel efficiency just isn't where it should be after being around all these years. I don't want an International. I'm not a huge fan of the PACCAR motors. Everybody I know that's had one is spun a bearing right around that 500,000 mile mark. I'm not saying it happens to all of them. I just know 5 people that it's happened to. And that leaves Freightliner in Detroit and the Mack or Volvo pretty much. And this Mack that I found was about 15,000-ish comparable to a Cascadia for the same miles, it was about $15,000 cheaper. And I checked it out from front to back, and it met the criteria. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. What do I got to lose?
Right.
If I would have financed it and kept it for myself, the payment would be like $700 a month on a truck with 400,000 miles. I'm like, people pay more than that for a damn pickup truck, and the pickup truck don't make them a penny. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna try it, and I'm glad I did. So that's that.
Okay. K-Save with a $4.99 super chat says the VNR is the new version of his truck. The mid-roof first gens were 610, second gen 630 transformed into VNR. Okay. Yeah, that truck may have had a fairing on the top. To be honest with you, I was dealing with something else. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, but it was a full 13.6 high, but I didn't look at the truck. The only thing I noticed was when I backed in beside him, that super stub nose, and then I was like, I've never seen a VNR, so. But okay, so that's, I don't know, pretty interesting looking truck. I could dig it.